Hello, everybody. I changed my room again. Oh, I love my painting. I love Van Gogh, which is actually Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Van Gogh. I don't, I'm trying to say it properly, but everybody says Van Gogh. I love him. I love the intensity of his brush strokes. I'll probably be taping in different rooms in my house. My house is very colorful. I've just renovated it. I'm really proud of it. It turned out freaking amazing. I did a bunch of things myself that were very artistic that I was really excited about. I chalk painted a coffee table that I had since the kids were really small. I painted my fireplace. Oh, I'm actually going to show you my fireplace. I painted my fireplace. I wanted it to look like a slate, but I did about 12 different paint colors that I mixed into the bricks. They used to be a white brick. Um, and then I did a bit of a chalk paint patina, but this isn't a decorating. This isn't a decorating video, but anyways, um, attachments. Attachment to labels is what I wanted to talk about today. That is something that I've had issue with for a very long time because I have this need to understand. I'm an insanely curious person. I have a need to understand everything, like in detail. Um, so, for instance, my son has a label. My son has borderline personality disorder. Which is just an explanation of symptoms. Any sort of symptomology, it's an explanation of symptoms that they put a label on. That is what a disease is. I have had fibromyalgia for a very long time. But as I'm learning again, I really believe disease now is beliefs, perceptions, interspersed with trauma that's stored in our bodies. Every time we have an experience, our brain is like a computer. Our brain, it is like we don't realize everything around us. We absorb everything, and it's stored in our brain forever. Every experience, every feeling, every emotion, it will be somewhere in our bodies. And it's the resistance that makes it stuck in our bodies that causes disease. We resist everything because of 3D physicality. We have to put labels on everything because we have to call things something. Like, this is the couch I'm sitting on. This is a wall. This is a piece of artwork. This is a sweater. Like, we have to have labels on things so we know what they are, and everybody like has an understanding that creates order in our lives, and it's necessary living in a 3D paradigm, of course. So we do that as well with people. But people are not objects. People are extremely complex beings that have stored memory in their soul. Your soul, the way I understand your soul now, I'm not trying to show my boobs, I'm really not. The way I understand soul now is your Merkaba is in your heart chakra, that part of your body, and it's the 3D version of the Star of David. I'm not really sure how big it is, and I gotta get my cat out of the sunroom, so I'm gonna keep talking. But right now, a lot is going on in the world of science with the study of consciousness. In that they're trying to figure out if consciousness is in the brain. And I'm kind of going off topic a bit, but so your soul, I think, is the essence of your entire body, but because your heart is it has the most electricity in you, it's where your energy center is, and like it's the center of your body, energy center. Anyways, labels. Putting labels on people limits them. And again, we have to use descriptive words in order to describe what somebody is manifesting. But we have to remember that people are fluid. They are always in the flux of change based on each experience that they have. That's not something we really see. Personality we think of as a fixed thing. I like this. I don't like this. I'm good at this. I'm not good at this. But personality is also fluid. It changes based on your beliefs and experiences and understanding. And especially as you mature, I don't look it, but I'm 51. I actually am 51 years old. I don't know how the hell that happened, but here I am. I'm 51 now. When you get to that age, you have gone through a crap ton of life experience. And hopefully by that time you've gained a sense of maturity. So that's been part of my expansion experience, the maturity of age. I've tried very hard to, I guess, attain as much wisdom as I possibly can, especially as I get older, because my deepest desire is to share this and be able to allow it to be a gift externally to humanity, and whoever is meant to find this, they'll find it, and that they'll be able to resonate with it, and that it will feed their spirit, that it will expand their level of understanding of consciousness, of enlightenment, of truth. And I've learned, especially with my son and with myself, because I've given myself so many bloody labels through the years. My poor husband, I'm a very, I guess, flamboyant, and I have a big personality, is what I've been told. And again, because personality, again, descriptor, but I'm very exuberant about things. I'm very, very, very creative. I have a really hard time staying to fixed schedules, things like that. I'm just very much on the other spectrum, I guess. I would like to, I guess, expand your thinking about what labels we put on people, especially our children. Our children are these little, they're in hypnotic states for the first 5 years of their lives. That's why they absorb everything around them. They are in a state of hypnosis. They're in, I don't know if that, I think it's a theta state that are in for the first 5 years of their lives. And they, like, little babies see their parents as God beings that are the be all and end all and know everything, and everything they say must be the truth because it's coming from them, and they're the ones that dictate truth. And we really fuck up kids that way without realizing it and understanding that that's where they are at when they're these little baby beings, and that we, by society conditioning and trying to control their behavior so it's acceptable, it's unfortunate we do them quite a disservice because we start creating shame. And I guess that's one thing that labels can create shame in people, because once you label somebody, they believe it, especially when they're younger, and you're someone that they trust, like a parent or just like an elder or whatever. I would like to encourage you to use labels and descriptors, but not use those labels to, I guess, create the belief that a person, once they have a label, that that's all that they are and they cannot transcend it. We can transcend anything. We can like anything. If you knew me when I was young, like I had a really horrific childhood. My mother died when I was 8. My dad remarried when I was 10. He was a drunk. She left when I was 12, and I had like this instant family for 2 years, and then that fell apart, and it was just, I took care of my father from the time I was 12, and I don't really want to go into that whole thing, but it caused a lot of toxicity, toxic thinking, a lot of pain, a lot of self-torture, because really that's what it is. We get in these dynamics of thought and it becomes this form of self-torture. I believe that's like the pattern of depression, the thought forms that come from that. It very much it's that way. And I want us to really understand that we are not labels, even like a disease, like whatever. Like the way out of things is the relinquishment of labels, and the understanding that we can transcend suffering. That's a whole other topic. That's a whole other topic, and I certainly haven't got there, because even when you're an enlightened being, or I don't know if enlightened being is the right word. I don't want to sound like I'm a freaking guru. I'm not a guru. I do not want to be a guru. I just want to teach and help support. I do not want to be venerated or a guru in any way, shape, or form. God, no, that would be horrific. Anyways, which has been a fear, and why it's been taking me a long time to actually videotape myself and put me on here. I had a lot of fears in regards to that. Fears about judgment, in the way that my family's been hit with a lot of really horrific crap, like, and overwhelming. Like, I wouldn't even know where to start, because people, they wouldn't believe us. Only our really close friends, and they won't remember either, because we don't remember. But it's just been crisis after crisis, like major crisis all the time, over and over and over again. Financial, physical, spiritual, mental. Having a child that's severely mentally ill and had suicidal ideation all the time for about a year. It was always suicidal. Like, it's just been crazy. But I understand the transcendence of suffering now. That's a whole other topic. That's all I will say about that. But again, it is just my deepest desire to serve, and to put this out there, and know that the universe will send it out to wherever it needs to go, in spite of AI algorithms. I do trust. And that's all I have to say for today. So, my name is Dina. I never actually said that before. I was calling myself Ginger, but my real name is Dina. And this is Initiation into Truth. And that is it. Peace out. Love you.